lock it in.
It returns to the Zillion. There's been more play from Faker on the Zillion recently, and a surprising amount of Zillion versus Orianna in the meta. We've seen this should not be taken lightly.
I mean, red buff right now for this gank on Huni would be quite nice. Flash forward from Crazy. They'll get the slow up, and they actually get the first blood. So, all right, I take back what I said. A red buff, not necessary. They get the kill on the GP as well as the flash. Flashes in, finds one bomb. Can he get the second one? Yes, connects with the stun. That's going to be the death. Extra auto attack for good measure. And Faker showing why he plays that Zillion.
And he even picks up a blue buff as well. Face check to Brush, so it was a misfire into a misfire. Well punished by SKT.
Oh, Bless comes over the wall looking for Faker. Jump forward is here from Temp. They come up with a kill. One bomb still down. I think a bit of damage, but Peanut, he's dead to rights. He's going to fall. 2 kills picked up for BBQ. 3-1 on the board.
Really big turnaround now. This blue buff is going to be almost permanent duration. The mention with a level 1 red buff start from Ghost.
No, we can't.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't.
Oh boy, Faker though, getting jumped on yet again. Still holds on to the Chrono Shift. Peanut now arriving. Faker gets it up in time. Gets the bomb. Brock coming through on the Bless. Takes him down. Charo coming through. Not going to connect, but it's actually taken away by Bless. Peanut going low. We'll get the Chrono Shift coming through, but now Wolf is going to be the target. He goes down.
It's Nautilus.
And Peanut comes back up. Dredgeline not going to connect. Totoro flashes in, gets the Nethergrass, but they're able to take down the Graves. 2 kills plus Mountain Drake over to BB.
It's all damage type work.
Oh boy. Well, seems like they're just going to keep picking on Huni. There's not a single barrel. TP is coming through from Faker, but he's not going to get there in time to get the Chrono Shift off, so he's just going to have to cancel that one out. Again, a barrage just come through, helps clear out some of the minions. Huni.
The Kha'Zix, Nautilus, and Ash would be good. His Temp's here again.
Yeah, Temp's coming through, throws on the Cannon Barrage, but yeah, it's Derek's Gage not going to save you through that one. Huni goes down yet again. 0, 3, and 0 on the game. A bomb thrown down on the Talon, but he's going to be fine.
Bang might look for the chase here.
Well, they're going to go ahead and push forward. They find it. Wolf comes up with the kill, but Nethergrass goes down onto him. Plus answers with one very swiftly. SKT just cannot seem to trade up this team.
I was going to say, I don't count the other ones. You don't want me to count them either.
No, oh, Ghost getting jumped on. They're going to chase in. Missing shot not going to connect, but Faker is there with the bombs and will be able to take him out. So SKT finding a pick. Can they transition this into more? Dredgeline will not connect on the Faker. He's just zipping his way in between the turrets.
Goes to wave clear in mid, and he's caught out by an aggressive move from SKT. So now the vision they put down is going to be almost entirely answered, or won't be able to profit on his Wolf, though.
Yeah, Wolf will go down. And BBQ, they're just going to go straight over for the Baron. Pings are coming out. Scrying Orb over the wall. They spot out Peanut. Doesn't have any vision.
They don't have the Malzahar ult to stop him from smiting.
This is true. They don't have any vision, though. Bombs are coming out. On a spot here, Baron going low, Huni poking in from the side, Ash Arrow not going to connect on the Peanut. He gets knocked up though. The Baron does go over to Bless. Peanut now stuck inside the pit. Tries to dash back over to get himself out to safety. Chrono Shift comes down. Faker goes low though, has a shield from the Archangels, but it's not enough to keep him alive. And now Peanut is just going to be reviving in the middle of BBQ's members. They fall. 2 kills over to this Talon. Bang comes away with a steal on the red buff, but that's about it for SKT.
Fresh off a series where we saw lots of rough Barons, that was a really clean one, under high pressure from BBQ. Good shot calling from them. They knew they didn't have access to the suppression, but Nautilus ult into a flash auto attack from Crazy meant no way for Peanut to get into the pit, and now it's going to be an inhibitor turret and an inhibitor going down for BBQ. They might even try to end.
That would be so risky of them. 20 seconds left on Faker, and they're going to go ahead and not even consider it. They add to that as they knock down this tier 1 in mid. Super Creeps bunching up in the top lane. And SKT fighting from the back foot. They're going to try to initiate a fight, though. They find Ghost. Can they pop him? Yes, they can. A collateral damage from downtown takes them out. Now Crazy getting locked up by the bombs from the Zillion. There's no way for him to kite this one out. Dredgeline not going to connect onto the wall, and he will go down as Bang finds the kill. And SKT, even though they lose out the Baron, they're still popping off. Bang finding 2 kills coming through on this, and SKT turned things right on its head. They're still in a deficit. They have still lost turret.
Well, another support the Bang comp, and here he goes.
Coming down, Ghost has the flash away immediately. Wolf throwing out the tether, will lock up Totoro, but he's going to turn this one around with the Nethergrass. Wolf going low, and Temp coming over the wall. Exhaust comes out immediately to stop this Talon. And meanwhile, Faker's been able to get rid of the Ash, despite both summoner spells being blown. But SKT, they're hurting. They have to peel back a bit.
It's
but Huni on the back side of the fight came in with the TP, was able to pick off Bless. So far, a 2 for 0. About to make that 3 as Faker takes out Totoro. And SK Telecom still finding Scrying Orb just now going to spot it. Bang does not have a true shot barrage. Figures just now arriving collateral damage. Looked like maybe it would have gotten it, but it does not. And that's 3 stacks of Elder Dragon, all being amplified by the Elder Dragon. Bomb comes out. He steals over! Peanut flashes over the Ash Arrow, comes up with a steal. Chrono Shift will keep him alive for now, but can he make it out of the pit? Quick draw is over, popped up by the depth charge. He should go down in this, but Peanut, the hero play, my God, takes away the Baron.
Just an instinctual and be crushing blow. First base broken.
Yep, you can see now inhibitor open, and Ghost just disappears. Huni popping him on the backside of the fight. Now Bless gonna be the one getting chased down. Sterix Gage gets popped. Huni still all right. The Chrono Shift has not been used. SKT inside the base. How far do they want to push this one? There's no Ash to try to defend. Totoro getting popped, throws out the Nethergrass, but just immediately gets to lead. Attempt sprinting his way out of here, trying desperately to stay alive. Has to hop over the Nexus with the parkour to try to keep himself up, but there's just nothing he can do. Flash forward from Bang takes him out, and SK Telecom, one hell of a back and forth fight coming off the back end of Peanut's massive steal. They take down the Nexus in game 1.
And what does it say for BBQ that they have their best performance of the season and cannot come away with it from a victory? SKT stuck the landing after the manliest of steals coming through from Peanut. Bang frontlining didn't die in this game, you'll remember.
And they're going to go ahead and lock this in. Seems like a very high risk, high reward, medium reward, maybe even, in this Cassiopeia.
I don't like champions that get out wave cleared by Talon, and Cassiopeia doesn't have instant wave clear like Talon does.
Comes down, he's exhausted. Ultimate on the return, won't find any hits, but now Ghost might be the one to fall. There we go, hands it over to Bang. Nicely done by SK Telecom. First blood on the board for them.
It exhausts something for me.
Arrow. SKT surrounded. Prophet does arrive, has the equalizer, but they're in such a bad spot. Faker is nowhere near yet. Bang might just be the first one to fall. Kite's back, but still goes down as Crazy takes him out. Now Prophet and Wolf trying to retreat. How much more do they want to go? Dredgeline comes through. Wolf gets caught up, and he will fall. 2 for 1 in favor of BBQ, but they lose first brick. Range and then order it to my address.
If the fans weren't watching earlier, we did confirm that you're probably 1 centimeter out of the radius of BBQ, as Totoro's dead.
Yep, he's just gonna get popped. Faker.
Talon damage.
Ignite plus that Shadow Assault comes up with the kill, was finally able to complete that. He was looking for an entry, Bless getting popped up with a bubble. May just go down, Tidal Wave sweeps through yet again. He's constantly keeping him up in the air, but the Petrifying Gaze lands on the Prophet, and he's going low. Flame Spitter coming out, trying to trade something back. He's able to get one onto Totoro. He does not go down, and now SKT, it's cleanup time for the rest of the team. Faker looking for an in to try to get on top of somebody, but he's just a bit too far away, but the rest of his team has him covered, at least for the moment. Crazy flashing away, pops the dredge line to try to get out of here, but seems like he's pretty much dead. Unless he can really just outfox SK Telecom, but there we go. He gets popped up, he goes down, Bang finds the kill. Tempt, however, will be able to recall out.
And Faker's got parkour, so he's got that going.
Back on them. Another Infernal will be on the way shortly, though. But now, Bless going to get locked up here, cut off by Prophet. Equalizer thrown down. He's going to fall. Final Harpoon is able to take him out. This should be a blue buff also going over to SKT.
And this time,
SKT just working vision on this top half of the jungle. Bang goes low, throws out the Ash Arrow, finds Totoro. Equalizer on the backside. He'll get not even popped up by the Tidal Wave. Doesn't even need to land for him to be stuck inside that Equalizer. He gets burned out. Kill comes through, but now depth charge coming through. Prophet gonna get popped up underneath the turret. Faker eating a couple of those shots as it trades back and forth. Prophet will get dragged back in with the dredge line. He goes down. Good pick off here for BBQ. Do lose. Oh, it's still going low. He's going to start leashing back in. Healing up. Temps right in the front. Goes low out of the Zonia. Still alive. Barely so. But it will finally go down as Peanut goes forward and finds the kill. Bang following up with one onto Bless. And BBQ members are just falling left and right as it's just Crazy and Totoro with nowhere to run. Maybe they can trade a kill back, but it just seems so unlikely. They will not do it. The Dragon will go over to SK Telecom, and they down control, so he has vision of the Baron. He's going to have to go for it. Can he come up with the steal? Baron being halted 1,000. Can he get it? No. Peanut comes up with it. Bless goes down.
still was a bit of a risk. You see that they did turn on.
Inhibitor standing, Tempt getting locked up. Bubble will be dodged out by the Zonias. Equalizer still ticking away. The Tidal Wave keeps him in it for a little bit longer. Petrifying Gaze catching a couple people over the wall. As Wolf will fall, Bless goes in, but he pays for that one with his life. And now Faker, he is hungry for revenge, jumping into the base on top of Ghost, comes up with the kill. Tempt goes down as well on the sidelines as Peanut is able to get rid of him. And Crazy, you're tanky, but you're just not that tanky. He will die, and SK Telecom very well could just end the game right here on this push.
They're in a great position to do it, Achilles. We wondered if the draft could stand up. It couldn't on the side of BBQ. I don't know if they were necessarily in low spirits, but SKT was certainly here to play. 28 minutes 40. Only one team was in this game too. It was SKT, and they take down another series, 9th series win in a row for SK Telecom T1.
Yep, Totoro, the lone member left alive to watch the Nexus fall. BBQ, one hell of a fight in game number 1. They put up a decent one in the early stages of game number 2 here.